Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And so listen, I have never reviewed Real Housewives of New Jersey, so this is my first go around. I don't know a lot about the girls, but I know who the girls are. Last season, I did watch the full season. And then, of course, I've seen, episodes here and there prior to last season before I kind of got into the show. So I feel like I have to say this whenever I start reviewing like a new Housewives franchise, like Beverly Hills, now New Jersey. So my opinion may not, of course, be the same as yours. Girl, that's with anything. But because I really don't have a dog in this fight, everybody to me seems cool. Okay, so you know how I was like, Lisa Rinna don't seem that bad to me, then everybody was like, Lisa Rinna, girl, calm down. So we're gonna review New Jersey, and y'all gonna help me, learn these characters or learn these women more, hopefully through the comment section, of course. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so listen. I hate the intro. I don't know why. Just they have the same intro as everybody else's, but for some reason, the intro with their black, when they all, towards the end of it, when they all stand there with like their peach or with their flute or whatever they're holding. I don't know if they're holding anything. Now that I think about it, I think their hands are just on their hips. I don't know. I can't remember. But it just seems like, the intro, that part of the intro is like from 1999. It does not seem up to date. I don't know why when I look at the intro, I'm like, girl, what? Why did that look old? Anyways. Okay. Teresa is moving. She's moving in with her boyfriend, Louie. They have been, I think, either going on a year, not very long, but Teresa is a woman of a particular age, and Louie is a man of a particular age. So sometimes when you get to a certain age, when you know. We're not playing no games. Look, do you want to be boyfriend and girlfriend? Circle yes or no. Okay. Do you want to be my girlfriend? Circle yes or no. I wrote a couple of those notes. Oh, do you want to be my girlfriend? Girl, I'm surprised that they send it back and say, do you want to be my girlfriend? Okay. Heifers. Anyways, so listen. Louie, they're moving into a house together. All the kids are moving in. Louie has 2 sons. I think only one of his sons is moving in. Everybody seems to get along with everybody, which is great. I think that's the best. I think it's wonderful when you do meet someone and you have kids and everybody gets along. Teresa's having a party, I guess, to celebrate the beginning of summer. Gia is mad at Joe. Now listen. I don't know a lot about her brother and her husband, okay? But I feel, based off what I have seen, based off what I have heard, that Teresa's ex-husband was not the best person. So this problem that Gia and her, I guess, sisters are having with their Uncle Joe about the things that he has said about their father, it's true. From what I remember seeing, from the clips that I've seen, from the episodes that I've seen, it's true. And quiet as it's kept, the stuff that he has said really isn't that bad. He really could have went in, girl, harder if you ask me. Like, I want to ask Gia, maybe she doesn't see it because that's her father. But have you seen what we've seen? Have you seen how your father has treated your mother? Which For me, y'all already know I'm about to go with this for some of the girls who don't know. I feel as though you cannot separate a father and a husband. I mean, you can. I'm sorry, the relationships are completely different. But I don't understand how sometimes people can say that a person can be a shitty partner, but a great father. Because if you are treating your baby mama, wife, ex-wife like shit, and your kids see that, then what are you teaching your kids? Which is also a part of your fathering, which is also a part of your parenting. So what are you teaching your daughters, your 4 daughters, right? About how they should be treated. I think a lot of people have this idea that being a parent is only just like providing, shelter, clothing, food. But it's also teaching your children valuable lessons. Most people, I'm not gonna say most, I hear a lot of people say, I want a man like my daddy. Look at Beyonce. Don't you know Shay? Beyonce wrote a whole song about wanting her man and unborn son to be just like her daddy. Her daddy turned out to be an ain't shit nigga. She got what she asked for, because then her husband cheated on her too. So all I'm saying is, while Gia and her sisters may not want to see exactly who their father is for who he, this is who he is, because that's their father. Your father appears to me, at least at one point in his life, to have been an ain't shit man. He disrespected your mama on television. Girl, wasn't he the reason why Teresa was in prison? I'm not gonna put the death of Teresa's and Joe's mother on Joe, but I could see how that could cause stress and strain on someone. And with Teresa's parents being older, I could see how Joe could probably say he helped kill my mother or whatever, right? I just think that from what I've seen, Joe is a shitty person, period. And I hope that those girls don't look at Joe as the type of man that they want. Because if that's the type of man that they want, then they're going to be in a fucked up situation. If anything, you should try to find someone, if you are seeking partnership, which they probably are. One day when you find a partner or find a man who you want to marry, or woman, whoever, hopefully it's not the same man as your father, because clearly you have a warped sense of reality on who your father really is. I'm sure your father probably hugs you and kisses you and threw you in the air when you was a little girl. But look how he really treats. Look how he treats the woman who birthed his children. What has your father taught you? What has he taught you? I want to know. What has your father taught you, especially Gia, who's 20, who's probably dating? What has your father taught you on how you should be treated as a person, as a woman? Because you see how he's treating your mama. So hopefully you don't follow in those same footsteps as your mama, and hopefully you don't look at your daddy as a Prince Charming. But from what I can see, that's what they look. That's what it seems like. Now y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I'm right. Don't we all though? Anyways, Joe basically sent a text to the girls basically saying, blame me, blame me, blame me. Those are not the exact words of the text, but that's pretty much what he said, like, blame me for everything. I don't think Joe is wrong. I don't think Joe was wrong in this. I don't think Joe was wrong about his comment that he made on stage when they asked about Louie. I think that was an uncomfortable position to be in, and I think that Joe answered the question the best way he could. What, you want him to lie? Because that video was creepy. Okay, we're gonna get to the video in a little bit. Dolores. Girl, is Dolores black? Y'all know I'm trying to... I think I asked the diva that one time under one of her videos. Girl, I'm trying to figure out, is Dolores black? Because before, I thought that Dolores was the black... Girl, they do got a black person on the cast. Her name Dolores. Girl, that name don't sound too far. It ain't like a... I mean, I know... Dolores? I know plenty of... Is Dolores mixed? That's what I'm trying to get to. Because Dolores look like she could have some black in her. I thought Dolores was black at first. Is she black? I know she's not fully black. But like, is she black? Is her daddy black? Girl, does Dolores look like a black woman? Anyways, Dolores is letting her, baby, let me tell you something. I want to put Dolores is, baby, let me tell you, baby, Dolores, baby, I don't know. I see some of the girls don't really go for Dolores like that. I guess I think she boring. Baby, that Dolores, baby, is bad. Bad. Baby, Dolores is bad. Anyways, she letting her kids move back home. I think that is great. She said rent free. I think that is absolutely wonderful. I wish more parents, especially black parents, would be like that, because it's just like, girl, if you really are trying to help your kids, like your kids have probably got all this goddamn debt. I don't know about their kids. And probably, girl, got all this debt, and now, girl, they just want to try to get back on their feet before they go back and finally get into the real world, right? Girl, let them kids move home. Why are you charging them rent? I get it. Everybody ain't rich. Everybody ain't got it. I get that you can't live nowhere for free. Well, girl, them your children. I'm hoping to God that by the time my nieces, get of age and start going to college and all that and graduating, if that's what they choose to do, right? If they needed to stay with Uncle Rodney, girl, they could, and I would be in a financial situation where it's like, girl, just come on. Now we're gonna have some rules, okay? Number one, the only motherfucker who fucking in here is me. This ain't no Miranda. This ain't no Brady. And this ain't no goddamn Steve house, okay? So, that's first number. The only person who's getting it in is Uncle Rodney, okay? That's one. Don't touch my liquor. If you want something to drink, I can come pour it for you. And don't leave no empty jugs in my refrigerator, because I'm going to wake you up and make you fill it up. That's about all the rules I'm gonna have, girl. You can come and go when you want to, girl. And if you're gonna be out past a certain time, text me, because I'll be worried. I'm not trying to track you, but just let me know, Uncle Rodney, I'm not coming home tonight. Okay, fine. That might be my rules. Anyways, so all right, so listen. So Dolores calls Frank. Dolores, I was confused about the house situation. So basically, her and David are not together anymore, right? She has a new boyfriend, what I've seen online. I think at this moment, I guess they were still together, I don't know. But Dolores has moved into another house, or maybe they're just still friends. Girl, Dolores gonna keep Baby Dee gonna keep a man around her. That's one thing for certain, two things for sure. Baby Dee gonna keep a man around her, baby. Because Dee said, I'm not changing no light fixtures. I'm not putting no doorknobs on nothing. I'm not taking out no trash. I'm just gonna sit here and look cute. Now, I know that's right. Anyways, so I don't know if Dee, I'm calling her Dee, because Dolores is black as far as I'm concerned. If Dolores is black, somebody let me know if Dolores is black or not. But I think that, her house. I don't know what's going on with the house situation. I don't know if that's just the reno she's doing or if that's the house she's moving into, because her and David are no longer together. I was kind of confused about that situation. I did scream when she called Frank, and she was like, "Are you alone?" It was funny to me because I felt like that's what we ask people when we either about to cuss somebody out or either start talking about somebody that might be sitting beside them. Hey, girl, what you doing? Girl, you alone? Because I got some shit to say about that bitch who taking up your time and you can't come up here and finish this house for me and your children. Okay? Anyways, the video. I remember seeing that video. The video was definitely creepy of Louie. It was Louie. Basically, it was a video full of men with no shirts on. Biggie, Girl, Biggie. You know, I don't know where I got Biggie from. You know, Biggie is my sister. That's her nickname. One of my sister's name, her nickname is Biggie. I don't know why her name popped like Biggie Smalls. Her nickname is Biggie. I don't know why her name just popped in my head. I don't know why. So Louie is surrounded by all these men with their shirts off, and he was apologizing. From what I understand, it was an old video, I guess, that he had sent to an ex-girlfriend over, I guess, something that he did wrong in the relationship. It looked a mess. It did. Just like Marge said, if I saw those guys in the alleyway, I would be scared. Okay, period. Kiki and his wife. She's a white woman. Kiki look like he's cute. Tiki look like he got a nice little body on him. He's cute, like in a dinosaur type of looking way. I think he has a brother. I think he has a twin brother that also played football. I'm not exactly sure. But basically they met. I think she worked at Good Morning America. He was married. His wife was pregnant, 8 weeks pregnant. They separated. She met him. They got together. Either they got together 4 or 5 months later, or she met him 4 or 5 months later. Girl, that sounds sloppy and messy. I know some of y'all done did it before, so I'm not going to go in too hard. But girl, y'all really don't be caring about meeting somebody while they got a whole ex-wife at the house pregnant with a baby inside of her, and it's 4 or 5 months later? And more than likely, from what I think, he probably left her. Ain't too many pregnant women about to just up and leave their husband. Okay? And she was probably a stay-at-home mom at that too. He was a football player. She probably had something on the side going on. I don't know. But it does look a little like, because when you met the man 8 weeks, he left I'm not going to say he left. They separated 8 weeks after she was pregnant. 8 weeks into her pregnancy, they separated. 4 or 5 months later, you met him. And now they married and got 2 kids. But they've been together for like 9 years. So, anyways, they're talking about Louie and, Tiki, his wife. I think her name is Tracy. I put Trophy. That's their Trophy. I don't know her name. I put Trophy. Tracy, Trophy. I don't know her name. Tiki and his wife met up with Joe and Melissa. They were talking about Louie and Teresa. Tiki made a comment like, basically, I guess it's not too late for her to get out of the relationship. It's not like she's committed. I guess basically saying she's not married, so it's not like she's committed to anything. Were you committed when you left your wife at 8 weeks? Girl, let me shut up, because I don't know if that's what happened or not. But I feel in my spirit that's what happened. Let me shut up. Anyways, Jen got a new nose. Jen got a new nose. I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all, I think she got botched. I think she's going to be on Terry's table in about a year or two. Now, I know it's probably still swollen, but that nose look a mess. If you ask me, her first nose looked better than the second one. And the second one is new. Girl, I'm trying to figure out why your nose look like it got a slope. Girl, your nose go like this. That's what you got paid? Girl, you done flew over to Turkey because you done found somebody on. Girl, I get that IG is the way to go. Everybody has an IG page. Everybody. Every doctor, every hospital, like everybody got an IG page. But it always sounds weird to me when people lead with that's how they found their doctor. Even though, again, I know that everybody has an IG page. But it's still weird to me when I hear people say, oh, yeah, I found my doctor on IG. Girl, IG. So she found her doctor on IG. She flew to Turkey. Well, I think she was flying to see her family. And in the process of her flying to, in the midst of her seeing her family, she got her nose broke. Baby Jean walking around like it ain't nothing, honey. Girl, this is how these white girls did at my job. Girl, let me say something about white girls. White girls don't care about letting you know they got their nose done. This white girl, she's working communications. Baby, she used to walk around with a whole bandage on her nose. This one girl who was a sales associate, she came to work, girl, eyes still swollen. I said, bitch, you really got your nose job. And came to work. It was walking on the sales floor, girl, selling stuff. Girl, your eye, girl, like you just got popped in your eye 2 times. Girl, did your doctor sign off on that? Girl, I guess she said she got to pay for that nose job. I don't know, child. Anyway, so Jen got a nose job. She made it with her mom. You know, one thing I will say I don't like about Jen does give me misogynistic, sexist views. She does. Like, I think I was crying last year when I found out about her mom. Like, I think her mom, I'm not gonna say she was forced, but I think she was forced to marry her father. And her mom was really, really young, like 15, 16-ish. And I think she ended up having to move away from Turkey to the U.S. It was something like that. It was something that could, like, traumatize anybody who was that young, right? And I just always felt like Jen never saw it from her mother's point of view. Like, this woman, first of all, she clearly needs to be in therapy, but you can't understand why she feels some type of way about your father. Because even though she might be in her 60s or 70s or 80s, however old they are, girl, I just think that would be horrible for anybody, especially a child, because that's exactly what she was. I'm almost sure that woman was like 15 or 16 at the time. Like, she was young, like a baby. Anyways, Louie, he's mad about what Joe said when he was asked about the video. The party, Dolores tells Teresa about what Joe said at the comedy show. She was like, oh, that's nice. She kind of like played it off like it's not that big of a deal. Dolores tells Marge that Teresa's fine with it. Marge tells Dolores that's a lie because Melissa said that they almost didn't even come to the party. See, let me tell you something about these. Let me tell you about these white ass bitches over here. One thing I live for what I have been seeing for the last 2 seasons, is the girls get the party started episode 1. All of that build up that they sometimes do on Atlanta, no. Girl, we getting the party started. Let's go. Let's get this party started. Girl, the girls don't mind getting them. Last year, I think it was Teresa who got it popping. This year, it looked like it's going to be Marge. Baby, the girls is working. I live. Everybody earning their check. So you got Melissa telling shit that she ain't got no business telling. You got Marge catching Dolores, not in a lie, but, basically calling Teresa a lie. Girl, that's a lie. Right? Anyways, I thought Dolores, I thought Marge ponytail was so cute. The only thing I didn't like is you can see her real hair, because I guess her real hair is kind of short. So you can see her hair sticking up right here, like towards that part right there. Dolores, I can see her track. I was like, girl, Dolores, girl. Anyways, that's all right, girl. Players fuck up. Anyways, all right, so listen. Jen arrives. They messy. They talking about her nose. That's a bad nose job to me. I'm sorry. I was with the girls. That's a bad nose job. She's going to be on Botch. She's going to be on Terry's table. Okay? Getting that shit fixed. They walk by being messy to see how her nose looked up close. Jen and Jackie. Jen and Jackie. Girl, I was going up for Jackie last year. When Jackie, girl, I don't care what nobody say, girl. When Jackie told Teresa last year, what if I said Gia was in the restroom doing coke? Girl, and Teresa got her purse and ran about. Blood. Do you hear me, girl? That's why I like that. I like that messy shit like that. I like that real messy shit, girl. We bringing side chicks. We talking about coke allegations and all types of shit, bro. You might get your ass whooped in the process, but girl, you can't stay here in my shit, okay? Anyways, girl. So basically, Jen and Jackie, they have a conversation. Jackie says that she felt like Jen tried to drive a wedge between her and Marge, knowing her and Marge are really close. Marge walks up. Jen, this is the thing that I don't understand. Y'all gonna have to help me with this. Jen, to me, was acting like she didn't understand why they were kind of like, not speaking, being rude, I guess. But I do remember last year after the reunion, girl, they were going back and forth on Twitter last year. So my thing is, and Jen, you know this. So why are you acting like, one, it's been so long after y'all shot the reunion? I'm sure y'all shot that reunion and went straight back to work probably a month or two, probably not even 2 months later. Because I don't even think, I'm glad I fixed that. I don't even think, because look at that. You see? Oh, girl, a mess. I don't even think that they shoot that long. Because I think when I remember seeing them announce that they were shooting, girl, literally, it was like 2 months later they was done shooting. These hoes over here be working. When you can wrap up a show in 2 months, you got that much on camera where you can just wrap it up in 2 months. I'm almost sure I'm right about. I think I'm right about that. Anyway, so Jen acting like she don't know why they beefing. Jen, why are you acting like y'all wasn't going back and forth? You know why they not. You know why they not speaking. They still pissed off. Like it's clear as day. If you know y'all was beefing on the internet. Anyways, girl. Jen, on this part, I was kind of confused on this part. Jen starts talking about her life and how she has a big house. And Marge was like, girl, you try to act like your life is so perfect. You're not being honest. They did show some clips of Jen going in on Marge. Girl, she even was talking about her mama. Girl, she basically said that Marge's mama was a hoe who was fucking somebody's man for 15 years. That's what I got out of it. Okay? I can't relate to people who have affairs with married people. She said that in 2019. And then Marge hit her with the 2-hitter quitter, girl. Bill had an affair on you. Girl, let's go to the next scene. Now, I did see a clip today. Jennifer was talking about the affair that happened over 10 years ago. This video getting too long. We'll talk about this, probably talk about this in the next video. But I did see a clip of Jennifer talking about that affair that happened 10 years ago. But the problem that I'm having with Jennifer right here is like, girl, you sitting here trying to talk about, like, you can't relate to people who had an affair. But girl, your whole husband had an affair on you, bitch. What are you talking about? You can relate. Girl, look at your husband. You stayed with him. Girl, it's been 10 years after the affair. Like you trying to throw daggers at people. That's the point I'm trying to make. Jen sounds like she's trying to throw daggers at folks. But girl, your husband is the adulterer, girl. Your husband did have the affair. Okay? Why you trying to talk about Marge, mama? Anyways, because your mama and Marge, because it sounds like Marge and your husband in the same boat. Anyways, I'll talk to y'all girls later. This video was longer than what I thought. Bye, y'all.